All right, welcome back to another episode of That Sure Was a Movie podcast.
Beep, 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 beep.
We're back. We're back. Where have we been? Well, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Been almost
How long's
two
it
whole
been? Almost two
years.
years.
2 years
Wow.
next month, I think.
Doesn't feel like it. Time
Yeah,
has flown by. Why did we
that is
disappear?
true.
Well, it's not that we don't care about the audience. It's not that we don't care about movies anymore. Well, I don't know. I don't know what happened. We got busy. Life got busy. We
Yeah,
had to move across move across the country like twice.
we just kept
Eat.
flip-flopping.
So we had to take a long break for that and just never really resumed from there. But
Yeah,
you know, we missed a lot of time. We missed a lot of movies.
we
Well, we
missed like
didn't miss
one of
anything.
the best years. Well, yeah, we didn't
Sadly,
miss anything, but
we missed some good years of movies.
yeah,
But we're back and we will be covering more movies
yeah.
every week again.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we missed a good year in 2023 and
Barbenheimer, which is
Barbenheimer, one of the
crazy.
most epic events in the last, honestly, the last forever. That
Yeah,
was a fun time, and we didn't cover it, sadly.
yeah.
But
We will be
to make
talking
up
about
for
it
that,
today.
to make up for that, we will be covering every single movie that we missed from our time since you last heard us in 2022. So we'll be covering 2023 all the way till now.
A lot of movies.
A lot of movies to cover.
Got like 170 movies.
Get your breakfast, get your lunch, get your dinner, because we're gonna be here for a while.
Get your little coffee drink or your tea or your water.
Um, no, we're gonna speed run through this. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're doing full reviews for every single movie. Everyone, right?
Full 50 minutes for every single one of them.
I know I
Oh
watched
my God, could you
98
imagine?
movies in 2023, so let's see how it goes.
98. I think I have 109. Do I
Mm,
remember what happened in every single one of these? No. If they're in the bottom 30, I probably don't remember really anything about them except one that we watched like last month.
yeah, well, that speaks to the movie if it's forgettable.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Before we jump into it, though, we have done some pretty exciting movie related things recently
Yeah.
that we could chat about. Actually, both of them were this last week, yeah. So last Tuesday, we got to go see Hans Zimmer live, which is
Oh yeah.
absolutely
Oh yeah.
insane. And we had these tickets
So
for
good.
what, like 7 months? And we were
Yeah,
scrambling to
it
get
was
them.
hard.
And we
It's
got
hard to
like the
get.
last two.
Yeah, it was wouldn't let us like it's like every time you get into Ticketmaster, it just crashed. Like
Yeah.
you pick a seat and just the thing just crashes. So, but we got them. Got the worst seats in the
Yeah.
house.
They were
They were the
still
best
pretty good
seats
though,
on my
yeah.
mind. They were not bad. All the way at the top, got the wall behind us. Nobody behind us. It's kind of nice, to be honest.
Yeah. It was worth
Uh,
every penny.
I know somebody who also went, who sat like in like the lower seated section, and he said he paid pretty much the exact same price. So
Really?
we got a little unlucky on that just because that's the only tickets it would let us buy
That's
because everything
crazy.
went out in like half a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, the LA shows are hard to get tickets for sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what have we been up to? Well, moved across the country
Yeah.
to go see Hans Zimmer live in LA. That's the only reason we live
That's
here.
that's the only reason we moved.
We saw that opportunity, and when we were back in Indianapolis, he doesn't
Yeah.
come there. No.
No.
Hans Zimmer, no. So we decided, you know what? We just need to move just for Hans, right?
For context, did we say that we moved to LA or did we just say we moved?
I don't know. I think I just said it just now.
You said we moved across the country, but we live in Los Angeles now, so
Los Angeles,
it's
City of
crazy.
Stars.
Yeah, that it
Um,
is.
yeah, but Hans Zimmer live, it is a must-see
Yeah.
experience. Like I've seen composers before, seen John Williams in concert a few years
Oh,
back, a couple years back,
so
and
jealous.
it was a good show. I mean, playing Hans or playing John Williams music live, I mean, it's always going to be amazing. But I mean, it was just John Williams in front of an orchestra conducting. But Hans Zimmer is like, it's a full-on rock concert, and he's performing, playing
He was
guitar,
rocking
piano,
out.
on the mic. He's good on the mic, actually.
Yeah, he was actually like really funny. He just
He's like,
seems like a super silly guy.
he's better with the crowd than like a lot of like lead singers of like huge bands I've seen.
Yeah.
Pretty good, pretty good. Wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that. He's a pretty cool guy. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like
Yeah.
going to see some of the best songs ever written from some of the best movies ever written.
Hmm.
Wild, wild times. Yeah, I'm just sitting there, like literally having an out of body experience. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
did I just fall in love with a 67-year-old German man? So good.
There were a few times I think like during Pirates of the Caribbean, I was just sitting there, just open mouth, just like
Yeah. Mesmerizing. When
it
he played
was
Interstellar.
incredible. And with Interstellar, when they had like a disco ball and it like looked like there were
Hmm.
stars everywhere and like
Yeah,
they
it looked
had
like
the
we were in
aerial
space. It was
dancer and
actually really
everything.
cool.
Sick.
I felt like that SpongeBob meme where he's listening to headphones and levitating to the heavens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Ascending. We've talked about
Yeah.
that before with Michael Bolton on this podcast.
Oh my God.
Throwback to what was that? 2022? What were we even talking about? How'd Hercules come into this?
Were we talking about the live action remake that they're supposed to be
Oh
doing?
yeah.
Maybe that's what we were
Is that The
doing.
Rock?
Huh? No, I don't think so.
I swear The Rock is gonna be in a movie, live action Disney movie.
Moana. He's gonna be
Uh,
Maui, I think.
hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah,
No.
he is.
I don't
Interesting.
even remember who the casting was for Hercules.
Hmm.
But
Well,
yeah.
should we jump into this?
Yeah, I guess so. We got a lot to get
2023.
through.
All right, Maeve. You saw a lot of movies in 2023. Tell me
Oh
what you
boy.
saw. Tell us all what you saw.
All right, so we're gonna start at the very bottom. This is my ranked list. So at the bottom is gonna be the worst movies of the year that I saw. So at number 109, we have, oh, I can't read that. What Happens Later, directed by Meg Ryan. That was such a letdown. Like, it was so bad. And I love Meg Ryan. Like, all three of the, like, what I would call the Holy Trinity of Meg Ryan movies are like in my top 50. But that was just, it was so bad. Following that, Murder Mystery 2. Don't remember a thing except I think Adam Sandler ate cheese at one point. That's literally all I remember. Choose
Hmm.
Love, that was kind of fun, but also bad. It was like one of those Netflix interactive movies where you could pick like the
Oh,
girl with the
I
guy
remember
that
that
you
one. Oh man, I'll get to my opinion on that.
I don't remember anything else about it, but I remember like I watched it and you texted me after and you're like, who did you pick?
I thought it was so fun.
Um,
All right, continue.
Anyways, Good Burger 2. Also, don't remember anything about it. Watched it while I was moving out of my apartment in college. So yeah,
Hmm.
Your Place or Mine with Reese Witherspoon. There was absolutely no chemistry between those two actors, and it was kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I heard that was really bad.
Um, Beau is Afraid.
Ooh, that was a chore.
That was a chore. When I went to go see it, it took them an hour to get the screen up and running. So I was there for like 4 hours, and it was
Hmm.
awful. I hated it. Freelance, bad but fun. Like Ant-Man Quantumania. At least I got to see Paul Rudd, you know? At least I got to see Paul Rudd. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. The first two were really good, but this one was just like a straight up Hallmark movie in a way that I didn't like it.
Hmm.
Um, Cracking 100, Napoleon, the, annual Ridley Scott snoozer that we get around Thanksgiving.
Napoleon.
Hopefully Gladiator 2 will not be that. It looks promising.
That's pretty good.
Um, Number 99, Foe with Saoirse Ronan and Paul Mescal. I had high hopes for that because I loved the book and it did not deliver. A Haunting in Venice. Yeah, it was okay. They're fun Agatha Christie murder mysteries. You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah, the movie with Adam Sandler's daughter in it, I think. Not great. I don't remember anything about it, honestly. Um, Insidious the Red Door. didn't need to be made. I don't know why they made it.
Okay.
Um,
Good.
just stick with the first two if you're gonna watch them. Strange Way of Life. I don't remember anything about that. That was like a 30-minute short film with Pedro Pascal and Ethan Hawke. Wish, super underwhelming for 100 years of Disney animation. To be that's what they put out for it. Had like two good songs, and then
Two.
well, yeah, I would say two.
Mm.
Um, yeah, The Rat Catcher, one of the Wes Anderson Netflix movies that came out last year. Did no recollection. Blackberry, everybody loved that movie, and it just did not. It didn't resonate with me that much,
Wow.
which I know
Wow.
is a hot take because everybody loved it.
Dang.
Um, Haunted Mansion also very underwhelming because that is my favorite theme park ride ever, and I love all the lore behind it. And I'm just waiting for the day that Disney actually takes all of that lore and makes a really good movie with it. Although the Eddie Murphy one is a cinematic masterpiece, so
That's they
yeah,
haven't done that.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Plane. I'm waiting for
Dang.
my next vehicle movie to come out.
Man.
We've had Plane and Ambulance.
Yeah.
When's the next one? I think my review was literally like, I want Water Taxi next or something like kind of silly.
I think they're making a boat movie or something, right?
Yeah, it's like Ship or something.
Yeah.
It's just Triangle of Sadness on a cruise. Um, which I think I'll get to here in a minute. Diver Wimpy Kid Cabin Fever. I think those ones on Disney Plus are fun, but they're not like as good as the live action ones from like the 2010s. The Creator. Mm, it was okay. Not great. Didn't love it. It was kind of boring. You Hurt My Feelings. Also don't remember anything about that.
All right, I'm gonna stop you
Migration.
real quick. Where are you in your list? We have no idea. You've ranked 100 movies.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
what
at
number are
number
you at?
86 now. Do you want me to say the number
86.
every single time?
So these are pretty low on your list still that we're getting to.
Yeah. So we're getting into the better movies. We're getting there. Um, Next at 86, I have Migration. It was fun. It was cute. I liked the ducks. I went to go see it because there were ducks in it, but I'll also watch really anything Illumination puts out. Blue Beetle, that was okay. Didn't love it, but it was fun.
Mm.
The Killer, the Fincher movie, I didn't love it. I wish I had liked it more than I did, but it's kind of mid for me. Renfield, that was fun. Um, I mean, anything with Nick Cage is going to be fun, obviously, because he's a silly guy. Um, The Swan, another one of the Wes Anderson shorts. Uh, I really don't remember anything about The Swan and the Rat Catcher. The other two I liked a lot more,
Mm.
but Nimona, I liked the animation style of that one. I didn't really get into it that much, but I could not believe the credits were like 20 minutes long for that movie. It was
Yeah, I think
crazy.
I think that movie like went through so many different like studios and companies.
Yeah,
So they had to list like so many different people because it just like took
right.
forever to get made and like distributed. It was
Yeah, because I think
yeah, it was
Disney
like
had it first, and
like the
then
runtime. It says the runtime. It's like whatever, like hour and 30, hour 45, but it's like actually like 20
99
minutes less
minutes.
than that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like an hour 20 in all
crazy.
actuality. Dream Scenario, another Nick Cage movie. That was kind of wonky. I think I
Oh yeah,
watched
that's
like
fun.
half of it on a plane and I was just like, this is strange. Love Again, my mom and I watched that. That was kind of fun. Had Celine Dion in it. Knock at the Cabin, another one of our good friend M. Night Shyamalan's movies that was
Yeah.
actually better than I expected it to be, but like not a lot
Yeah.
happened.
Can't tell you a single thing that happened in that movie. Forget everything.
Yeah, I all I remember is, will you answer the call?
I just remember that from the trailer.
Yeah. The Prom Pact, I watched that because that was when Disney like first did one of those really bad AI crowds, and the people are all just sitting there in the crowd in the high school just like,
Oh,
and they look so incredibly fake, like it looks horrendous.
yikes.
But all in all, it was actually like a fine movie. It was just like a decom. Um, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. That was okay. I didn't love it, but it was fun. Um, oh shoot. I screwed myself up there for a second. I got really confused. Dungeons and Dragons, that was another one that was just kind of okay for me. I didn't love it, but I also thought it was fun. There are a lot of these that I didn't love, but I also thought were fun simultaneously. Um, Number 74, Five Nights at Freddy's. That was a bit of a disappointment for me from last year because it wasn't as scary as I think it could have been.
You thought it was gonna be good?
Well, no, I didn't think it was gonna be good,
How's the
but
disappointment though?
because I thought it was gonna be scarier, and it
Mhm.
wasn't. They were like the animatronics were way too playful. Like they literally built a pillow fort, and
Mm.
they're all just like la 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 la. I'm like they're supposed to be like murderous animatronics, and they're just like da 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 da. Anyway, oh, here's one. Royal Teen, the sequel to
Oh
the first
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah.
Those are actually good movies. Like they're really fun. Um,
Actually good.
hey, we had fun with them. Polite Society, I don't really remember all that much about it. I remember enjoying it, but not much more than that. Elemental, that was probably ranking lower on my Pixar ranking. Kind of forgot that it existed. 80 for Brady was fun.
80 for Brady. We need more movies like that.
That was like when I went to go see that in the theater, I'm like, I wonder what the crowd's gonna be here. And I feel like I was probably one of the youngest people in the crowd, but I was still having a good time. It's silly goofy. Quiz Lady, that was actually pretty enjoyable. I like that.
Mm.
Um, Naiad made me real tired watching it. Watching her do all that swimming, and I was just laying in bed. It was Yeah. I feel like that's another, you know how like every single year we just kind of get a different person that they make like three to four different things on. Like a while ago it was Lucille Ball, and
Mm.
then like I've seen a couple new things for Naiad, which I'm not really sure
Really?
why. And then
Wow.
I think there was one last year, but I don't remember what it was.
I think it was, I think what that was, there's a few movies about like somebody swimming this big body of water, but they weren't the same story.
Right, because I know
They're
there was
like,
a Young Woman in the Sea this year, but
there's
that
that
wasn't
one.
her.
There's another one. It's either coming out soon or it already came out. But yeah, I think there's like three different movies or documentaries or
Yeah.
whatever that yeah followed like a woman swimming across a body of water. But
Hollywood just has a really niche focus for the year, and
mhm,
it's just
yeah.
female swimmers crossing large bodies of water.
Hmm.
Number 67, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh yeah.
I didn't love it as much as a lot of people did. I like the animation. I like all the little toads. That was fun. Um, Fast X, little Minions appearance in there. Um,
Wait,
it,
what?
yeah, and Fast X,
Minions? When did the Minions show
when
up?
John Cena's on the plane, he's watching Minions.
Oh,
I had
forgot
to go
about
to the
that.
bathroom so bad during that movie, and I'm like, I don't know when the minions are coming up though. And so I like ran to the bathroom, ran back. As soon as I sat down, John Cena's sitting there, and there's the minions on the screen. I was like, "Whoo, I barely made it."
That was a jump scare. I jumped out of my seat. I jumped
You did
out,
the Leonardo
turned around.
DiCaprio, and you just pointed at
Turned
the
around,
screen.
like looked at everyone around me. Nobody else had a reaction. I was really embarrassed about it. I sat back
Oh
down and
my
didn't say a
God.
word the rest of the movie.
Anyway, Good Grief with or directed by Dan Levy. All right.
I don't even
Um,
remember that movie.
yeah, I don't either, and I watched
Grief.
it.
I never even heard of that. I feel like I probably heard of it, but I didn't
It
watch
was a
it.
Netflix original that came
That'll
out.
do it. I skip a lot of the Netflix movies just because they
Yeah.
come and go and they don't really get any attention, and
Yeah.
unless they're good. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few I have to catch up on, but anyway. Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. I love Chicken Run,
Mm,
so it was fun.
forgot that came out.
Yeah. Flora and Son, the John Carney movie. I mean, all of John Carney movies are gonna
Love
be
me
good.
some John Carney. Where are you at in
Um,
your list right now?
I'm at number 63.
Okay.
So we're starting to get into 4-star, 3.5 territory here.
Hmm.
Dumb Money, the GameStop movie was actually kind of interesting, but didn't, it was fun. Evil Dead Rise. I swear, leave it to an Evil Dead movie to make me feel really strange about a household appliance. Because I watched one the other day actually, and I feel like both of them have made me feel really strange about certain gadgets in the kitchen that I'm like, I don't think I need to own that anymore after
Yeah.
watching how it's used in the movie. But yeah, I really liked Evil Dead Rise. Pretty good. Next Goal Wins. I actually enjoyed that quite a lot. It got a lot of like, well, not a lot of negative reviews, but it was like pretty mid reviews. And it was
Mhm.
very like under the radar, I feel like, for a Taika Waititi movie. But it's fun. I enjoyed it. I watched it on a plane and had a good time with it.
Yeah.
Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain. I don't remember anything about that movie, like not a single thing.
I love those guys though.
Um, The Marvels, I actually liked it a lot more than a lot of people did.
Yeah.
There's also a scene with a bunch of little cats in it.
That was fun.
So
Harkins.
yeah, naturally I enjoyed that because I have an obsession with cats.
Zero gravity
Um,
cats.
huh?
Zero gravity cats.
Yeah. Eileen, that was good. I like Thomas and Mackenzie, so I enjoyed that quite a bit. The Little Mermaid, I enjoyed it. Um, I don't really understand a lot of the hype
Hmm.
that surrounded some of the things in that movie, and I also really did not like some of the songs that Lin-Manuel Miranda
Oh
did,
my gosh.
specifically the Scuttlebutt.
Don't even get me started. I'll get there. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it, but I'll get there.
I feel like we were watching it, we're sitting there like, you've got to be kidding me that I'm sitting through this right now and this got approved. The Nun too. I actually liked that a lot. I didn't watch it in theaters because I have a weird thing about like nuns in horror movies. Um, so I waited for HBO for that one, but I liked it a lot. The Flash, where Ezra Miller puts a baby in a microwave.
Yeah. Iconic scene. Love
The
to see it.
reaction, yeah. Gran Turismo was actually one of my shockers of the year. I liked
Oh
that a
yeah.
lot.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I mean, anything that's zooming, I'm enjoying, you know.
Absolutely
Um,
love that.
that comes in the Hoosier blood is anything that zooms and goes fast. I'm like, yay. Love at First Sight. I liked that. That was a fun, it was a fun rom-com on Netflix. Um, yeah, I like that. I need to read the book for it though. I actually have it down here.
First sight. I don't even remember that coming out.
The Boy and the Heron. It was good. I feel like I have
Um,
kind of um I have different opinions about Studio Ghibli movies than a lot of people do. And I feel like I've
yeah.
only given a few of them like over 3.5 star ratings. But I still
Um,
always enjoy watching them because visually they're very pleasing.
Beautiful
Um,
films, but I'm not
yeah,
big on
yeah,
Ghibli
yeah.
either. Ghibli? I don't know. I've heard both, and I need to come to the bottom of this.
I'm not sure. Okay, I need to start going like actual rapid fire. Totally Killer, that was a lot of fun. I know a lot of people didn't like it for whatever reason. I loved it. The Wonderful World of Henry Sugar, that was fun. Won an Oscar, which I forgot about.
Yeah.
Um, Thanksgiving, fun slasher movie. Don't get a
Fun.
lot of Thanksgiving movies, so I guess we have one now to go alongside Charlie Brown and Freebirds.
Yeah.
Air, the Nike movie. That was actually I enjoyed that quite a bit. That was interesting.
Hmm.
Missing, I really like that format for movies when it's all through a computer.
They're
I don't know why,
fun.
but there's something about it. I love those.
Yeah, they're
There's
really fun usually. Even if they're
yeah.
bad, they're kind of fun.
The ABCs of book banning that was nominated for
Hmm.
like short documentary or something, and I watched that. Um, it was interesting, just about banning books. Saw X, I love all the Saw movies except like Spiral, but a lot of fun, spooky traps. Excited for Saw 11 next year. Cocaine Bear, silly goofy bear high on cocaine. What you can't go wrong with that.
I've learned that a lot
Um,
of people didn't like that movie,
what?
and I was surprised because I thought it was a ton of fun.
Had an average of 2.7 on Letterbox.
Yeah,
Get
people
out
hated
of
on it.
town.
Yeah.
Next up, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I really enjoyed that a lot. I went to the US premiere for it and I got to see Rachel Zegler in person. She was like 2 feet away from me and I almost died. Um,
Oh,
but
nice.
yeah. Another movie that a lot of people really did not like. Anatomy of a Fall. Snoop.
A lot of people didn't like
Oh,
that. What do you mean?
no, I'm
That got
talking
like,
about Shazam. Sorry.
oh, those
No.
bled into each other. I'm like, what,
Yeah, sorry. I know as soon
The
as it came out of my
Oscar-winning
mouth.
movie from last year? No.
No, I love that little dog when he showed up at the
Oh
Oscars with
my
this giant bow
gosh.
tie and he
That
had his
dude was
little paws in like
insane.
clapping. He's a good doggo right there.
Yeah,
Um,
great.
all right, we're cracking 40 here. Rye Lane, it was good, but I don't remember anything about it.
That's fair.
Um, Saltburn,
Oh,
what an interesting
controversial.
movie. Have you seen there's the thing of like either you're a Saltburn son or a Babylon daughter?
Fuck them both.
I
Why
gotta
can't we
say,
be both out here? Come on now.
I'm
Appreciate film.
yeah. That was an interesting one. Wonka, that was
Oh
fun.
yeah.
It was fun the first time I watched it, and then I watched it again with my mom, and I didn't enjoy it as much the second time. But
Hmm.
Hugh Grant was kind of silly as an Oompa Loompa.
Hmm.
1001, don't remember that much about it, but it was good. Theater
1001.
Camp was fun because it's a mockumentary, and I love mockumentaries.
Always great.
Joyride, that was a surprise. I feel like I saw the trailer like
Mm.
twice, and I'm like, I might as well go see it, but it was hilarious.
Yes.
Zone of Interest, I didn't expect to like, but I did, and it was also just one of those that's just very disturbing and you don't want to watch again.
Hmm.
Okay, then I have Snoopy Presents One of a Kind Marcy, which was one of those Peanuts releases on Apple TV. They're
Mm.
cute. I love all of those. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I loved that. My mom and I went to go see it. It was very cute coming of age. Um, Creed 3, that was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I y- yeah, I thought I was gonna say something else, and then I had my brain went blank. Megan at number 30 was so good. That was so much fun. Blumhouse, I feel like has like one or two good movies per year. And that's it. But that
They're
was
very
probably
hit or
their best
miss.
movie of the year.
Yeah, they put out a lot and sometimes they miss. Sometimes they're really good though.
Yeah. No Hard Feelings at number 29. That one was so much fun, and I love Andrew Barth Feldman. And I was shocked when he showed up in Saturday Night because I didn't know he was going to be in it. And I'm like, I just did the Leonardo DiCaprio meme.
Wait, you love him from No Hard Feelings? You know him from something else before that movie.
He's a Broadway actor,
But
so he's done like stage stuff. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, I liked a lot more than a lot of people did.
mm,
Um, but I also love Phoebe Waller-Bridge too, so I'm gonna watch anything with her in it.
mm.
Poison, one of the other Wes Anderson shorts. I like that one. That one had Dev Patel in it, I think. I like that. Maestro, pretty good. It's really all I have to say. Um, Reality, did you watch that? It was like
Reality.
a
No.
it was
What is
with
that?
Sydney Sweeney. It was about oh my
Oh, is that
God.
the one? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I heard it was pretty good.
I loved it.
Hmm.
It was really interesting. John Wick Chapter 4. I mean, it's John Wick, it's gonna be great. It's crazy in the Burbank IMAX though. Every time he punched something, it was like the whole theater shook. It was crazy.
Dang.
Once Upon a Studio was like a short that Disney did, made me sob like three times. That's always fun.
Hmm.
Color Purple was great. I haven't seen the original one, so I don't really have anything to base,
Mm.
my thoughts off of, but I love a musical. So American Fiction, another really good one, that I really didn't know that much going into, but wound up loving it. Anyone But You, I also really loved, but I love a good rom-com, and yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Mm.
Um, Godzilla minus one, the only Godzilla movie I've ever seen, but I loved it. And I want to watch the one that's like the minus color. Because like
Yeah.
we just watched it with our other roommates recently, and then as soon as we watched it, the minus color dropped. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. So I do want to watch that eventually. Killers of the Flower Moon was really good, but there is not a good time to go to the bathroom in that movie, which was bad for me when an hour in I had to go to the bathroom.
Which speaks a lot on how well it was made and the
Yeah.
pacing of it.
Yeah, it was really good. May December, I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, I don't really have much to say other than that. Scream 6, I love all the Scream movies. It's prime Scream watching season now, so I'm gonna have to do that soon.
Mm.
Um, All of Us Strangers was a really strange one, and I wish I had liked it more than I did, but there were some things that I really was not expecting from
Mhm.
how it was, how the story was. Poor Things, really great. I love anything that's going to be somewhat similar to a Frankenstein retelling. Um, Past Lives, tears.
Hmm.
I have Waitress the musical, which I probably shouldn't have on here because it's just a pro shot. But I love Waitress. It's like one of my favorite musicals. The Holdover season is
Mhm.
coming. I cannot wait to rewatch it.
Oh yeah.
I had the whole theater to myself for that one. It was just a cold night, and I was just sitting there. I'm like, yeah, this is great.
Dang, by yourself?
Yeah, it was
Wow.
awesome. The Iron Claw, Extra More
Oh my
Tears. That was such a sad movie. Oh my God.
God.
Asteroid City, I really enjoyed that movie just for like the visuals alone. Like Wes Anderson movies always make me feel very like calm. It's nice. Bottoms, another hilarious comedy from last year. We're at number 8 for that one, so that's pretty high up there. Number 7, Priscilla. That was one of my biggest shocks of the year because I was not
Mhm.
expecting to like that since I'm not like a huge fan of Sofia Coppola's other movies that I've seen. But I love that. That was a 5 star for me. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I mean, that movie was crazy, but I had such a good time with it, and I'm really excited for Part 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 made me cry a lot, and I don't think I can watch it again for that reason. Across the Spider-Verse at number 4. Really great. I'm really tempted to go see it in concert though,
Hmm.
soon. I'm very tempted.
Yeah.
Um, Number 3, The Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I mean, of course, it's got Rachel Zegler in it, and it's Hunger Games. Like, hello. Number 2, we got Barbie, because I love Greta Gerwig and anything that she does.
Already
Um,
made the wall.
huh?
Already made the wall.
It has. Well, I don't have anything else to put on the walls. And then number 1 is Oppenheimer, because Barbenheimer had to top the year.
Yeah.
And that is all 109 of the movies I watched in 2023 ranked.
All right. 98 movies, 2023. Let's go. The Meg 2, genuinely one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Awful.
Ooh.
Aquaman 2, genuinely one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Awful. The worst part about it is those aren't even the worst movies I've seen of all time in the past year. We'll
Oh,
get to maybe in like a couple months we might talk about one of those other ones. It's called Borderlands. Wish, a Disney movie made from Wish. Not good. Awful. It did have one banger of a song though that randomly got in my head like a month ago for whatever reason. I think somebody played it at work and it was like stuck in my head all day. Yeah, that song's kind of a banger. Unfortunately, the movie was just so bad. Number 95, fourth to last, Little Mermaid. I was really disappointed by this because I heard it was like one of the only good live action remakes. Here's my issue with it. It's the same thing as like we've seen the Little Mermaid story. We don't need to see it again. But this time they decide when she loses her voice, she's singing. Like we hear
I
songs
knew
sung
that's
by
where you were.
Ariel during the section. Her voice is supposed to be gone. Like what is this? Like and then the Lin-Manuel Miranda, they Hamiltonized Little Mermaid, and it made me upset. Nothing against Lin-Manuel Miranda and Hamilton. I actually always come to that defense because there's a lot of hate on the internet about that, but did not work for this.
Hmm.
Knock at the Cabin, don't remember anything. Love David Bautista, love Ron Weasley.
Oh,
Sanctuary, really pretty movie to look at, but boring. El Conde, another pretty movie to look at, but was it that good that it should have got a cinematography nomination? I don't think so. Not when John Wick exists. Freelance. Wow, this low for Freelance? See, that goes to show how much I pretty oh wait, that's lower than it should be. Okay, well, Freelance is actually, now that I remember back, it wasn't that good, but it's a lot of fun. Allison Brie, John Cena, I'm gonna enjoy anything they're in. Well, yeah, for the most part. I love John Cena. Anyway, Good Burger 2, sequel to one of the best movies ever made. Love Good Burger. Diary of a Kid, the Christmas one. The animation ones, they're getting a little better. Still not great, but I love those books. I love those characters, so they're gonna be fun to me. You People wasn't great, but I kind of liked it a little more than some people. I absolutely love Eddie Murphy. I'm so glad to see him back in movies again. Jonah Hill's a lot of fun. Their chemistry is kind of hilarious. Quantumania, really forgettable, not good, very generic. Didn't like look very good visually either. It looked like Spy Kids, which is kind of fun and nostalgic,
Oh my
but
God.
Ghosted actually kind of like this a little more than other people. The Chris Evans and Ande Armas movie,
Okay. I didn't
very
watch that.
generic, very generic. Absolutely zero chemistry between either of them,
Yikes.
which made it a ton of fun for me. Because sometimes bad is good. And when bad is bad, it's bad, but it's good when it's good. But is bad really good if good isn't bad? Anyway, Ghosted, I didn't hate it. I had some fun with it. Anyway, Haunted Mansion, I didn't hate it. Not bad, but not really great, not memorable. Fun cast. Lakeith Stanfield, still one of my favorite
Mhm.
actors right now. So underrated. Love seeing him in literally anything he does. Shortcomings, another movie that I kind of just like don't really remember much.
Shortcomings.
It's a very small release, but it had Debbie Ryan in it, and
I'll look
as
this
a
up. I have no
big,
idea what that is.
as a former child, seeing Debbie Ryan on my screen anytime is a good thing. And
The former child.
you see this 21 Pilots poster behind me.
Oh
You
God.
know, she's married to Josh Dunn, the drummer of that band, and big fan. Will watch anything she's in for nostalgic purposes. But Shortcomings kind of forgettable. As you can tell, I spent my whole time talking about this movie about Debbie Ryan, so nothing about the movie. I don't even remember. Like I worked at a movie theater, which is kind of fun because I used to work at a movie theater, so that's always a good thing. Unless I'm thinking of a different movie. I think it's that one. Whatever. Rustin. Wow, Rustin's so low. Coleman Domingo, one of the best actors working right now. He's just blown up the past few years. Absolutely love him in anything he does. Just hearing that man talk, I could just listen to him speak for hours. So good. He's really good in this role. Got an Oscar nomination for it. Unfortunately, the movie just doesn't really work that well. It's a biopic, just
Mm.
pretty generic. Not bad though. Not bad. Cat Person. This is an interesting one. Nicholas Braun from the hit Disney Channel original movie Minutemen, or as some of you might know him as Cousin Greg in Succession, the best character in that show. Cat Person. It's got the girl from Coda too.
Oh,
Um, so that was fun to see. I
interesting.
really loved Coda, and yeah, haven't seen her in anything else. But yeah, Nicholas Braun, always fun to watch. Very weird movie.
Mm.
But I think the ending was really bad, if I remember right. Not really bad, but just kind of disappointing. Anyway, on to the next one. Indiana Jones coming at 81 is the biggest disappointment
Whoa.
of, honestly, one of the biggest
That's
disappointments of
crazy.
my life. Indiana Jones 5. Well, when this was announced, they're like, okay, they're making another one after all these years. Surely they'll do it right. After the fourth one, which I don't think the fourth one's as bad as a lot of people say. I don't like the alien stuff, but it's, I think, really enjoyable overall. This one, oh my gosh, I was bored out of my mind. The last hour is a little fun, but don't remember anything about it. Really boring. Harrison Ford, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, love both of them, but didn't like anything about this. Unfortunately, disappointing. Five Nights at Freddy's was, I've been defending this movie. It wasn't that bad. It was generic, wasn't very great. I thought it was kind of fun though. We got Matthew Lillard in it. I saw it with like my 12-year-old brother. I think he was 12 at the time. He's big into those games, so maybe
Mhm.
that enhanced my viewing. But I thought it was fun. I thought it was pretty good. Somewhere in Queens. I remember when I saw the trailer, I'm like, that looks really good. Ray Romano movie. Um, it was good. It was a little the story wasn't great, a little slow. Didn't go, it wasn't as good as I hoped, but a lot of fun. Ray Romano got one of the best speaking voices of all time.
Yeah.
Ferrari, another pretty good one. Didn't love it.
Forgot about Ferrari. I don't have that on my ranked list.
Mm, it's
Rats.
good. Anything with racing, I'll enjoy, but Penelope Cruz was really good. Adam Driver, he's just hasn't been in that many good things since Marriage Story's working with all like the good directors, but
Yeah.
hasn't uh hasn't been in a great movie for a while. The Boy and the Heron, I really liked like the first half of this, and it just like went bonkers like Ghibli usually does, and I don't know, I didn't love it, and it made me mad when it won Best Animated Feature over Across the Spider-Verse, which is one of the best movies ever made. I guess it was more of a legacy award for Miyazaki, maybe. I don't know. They
Yeah.
should have won. Beautiful film, but not when Across the Spider-Verse released in that same year. Come on now. All right, Royal Teen 2, Princess, don't know how to say her name. Margaret? I
That's
don't
why I
know.
left it at Royalteen.
Yeah, yeah, as Maeve said, these are kind of awesome, right?
I think they're fun. You never know where it's gonna go.
Yeah, watch with a group of people, pretty good movies. Um, wild, crazy stuff. What are they? What country is it
Is it
from?
Norwegian? I think
I
it's
think yeah, yeah,
Norway.
yeah, the Prince of
Yeah.
Norway. Yeah, 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 that's
God.
right.
Oh,
Yeah, interesting movies. Now here was probably at number 75, my biggest hot take of the entire
uh-oh.
year. Did not enjoy May December. Did not
Wow.
work for me. Found it incredibly boring. Um, love all the actors in it. Um, it was fun though about that movie. Why can I not think of his name from Riverdale?
Charles Melton.
Charles Milton giving an amazing Oscar nomination worthy performance. Got snubbed, unfortunately. Was hoping for the first Riverdale to Oscar jump.
Oh my God. The
He
Riverdale to
deserved
Oscar
it.
pipeline.
He deserved it, but he did not get it. I did not like the movie because of the plot just was boring. I think it was an interesting premise for sure. The plot just was boring to me. I love all the actors in it, but unfortunately was bored out of my mind. Anyone But You is pretty low, but I really enjoyed it. If yeah, Glenn Powell, he is having he is having a year.
The
Not
Glenn
like a
Powell
year,
Renaissance.
but like a past 365 days year. Yeah. He's kind of blown up. He's like the guy, right? He's
Yeah.
like the new movie star.
Hmm.
It was a fun rom-com. Um, everyone thought it was gonna be so bad, and when it came out, everyone was like, "Wait, this is actually good." That's why I get annoyed when people just judge things before they come out. It's like, um, yeah, I don't know. Napoleon actually surprised me too. It wasn't good, but like I didn't hate it. There's some parts that were cool. The battle scenes were absolutely incredible, though. Yeah, not that good though. Next goal wins. Taika Waititi. I will always love the premise of someone coming in to coach a sport that they have no business coaching and it turning out good. Um, Ted Lasso, one of those, but Kicking and Screaming with Will Ferrell is what does it best. Next Goal Wins was another fun entry into that very specific genre that I love. And it wasn't the best movie ever, but it was a lot of fun. A lot of people are hating on Taika Waititi nowadays and have grown out of him, which I understand, but I thought it was a fun one. The Creator, beautiful visually, story-wise, a lot of also really good things. Just didn't come together quite perfectly, but it was a cool movie. Quiz Lady. I wish I would have spent more time playing the quiz. The Marvels. Not bad, not bad. It had some fun things. Mon Vellani, one of the best castings in history of movies and TV. She's great. The best part of the movie for me. Elemental, very forgettable, probably bottom four Pixar movie. Not bad though. The other Zoe, that was a fun one. It was like a little rom-com about like some girl got like concussed and like she knows about the guy who got concussed. Or was
You
it
have so
Zoe?
many random movies on your list that I've never heard of. I'm
The other Zoe was what was this about? Hold up.
about to look this
It
up.
was about a guy who got concussed because he like fell off a bike or something, or crashed his bike. And
Is it a
then this
Hallmark movie?
No. And this
Oh.
girl named Zoe pretends to be his girlfriend the whole movie.
Oh my God, this poster.
It was a lot of fun, actually.
This dude's just posted up in the poster. It's hilarious.
It's pretty good. Shotgun Wedding, another kind of fun one. Jennifer Lopez. Don't have much to say about it, but it was good. Playing one of the biggest shockers of the decade.
A decade.
Yeah, I remember
Wow.
when this trailer released. I was in a packed theater before Glass Onion, and this is the most generic looking action movie of all time. And then the title card shows up just plain. The theater erupted in laughter.
I think the guy
And when
behind
it
me
came
was like,
out,
it's called Plane.
yeah, the movie was actually pretty good. It was fun. Bo was Afraid, long movie. Um, Nowhere near as good as Ari Aster's other movies. It had some good stuff about it though. Asteroid City, another amazing visual Wes Anderson movie, another really boring Wes Anderson movie. I'm not that big on Wes Anderson. I think he's one of the best visual directors of all time. Absolutely love his style. I just don't love the stories he tells. He just can never really keep my attention the whole movie. Transformers Rise of the Beast,
Oh,
pretty
good.
good actually.
I forgot
Surprisingly
about that.
good. Not bad. Please Don't Destroy. I absolutely love those guys from well, they originally like did stuff on TikTok and then now they write for SNL. They made a movie, a lot of fun. Nimona, don't really remember anything about it. Pretty good. I like the visual style. Zone of Interest was interesting. Absolutely haunting movie. It's just
Oh,
one of the
I
most
fully did
boring
not process what
movies
you said. I
I
was
have
like,
ever
what are you
seen.
talking about?
What? What do you think I said?
I have no idea. I thought you said like person of interest or something. I'm like, that's a TV
Mm.
show. What are you talking about? And then it like
Anyway, Best
clicked.
Picture nominee, Zone of Interest. The score is incredible, but just does not exist. You can't listen to it anywhere unless you watch the movie for some reason.
Hmm.
It's not used that much. So it's used like three times throughout the movie, but yeah, it's just so boring. But I really appreciate what they did with it because pretty incredible. Fair Play is interesting. Pretty good movie. Don't have much to say. Floor and Son, John Carney, one of the best directors, one of my favorite directors. Another good outing for him. Probably his worst movie in my opinion. The songs didn't hit nearly as much as they usually do, but it was fun. Naiad gets way more hate than it deserves. I thought it was pretty good. I'm a sucker for a sports movie, so swimming across the ocean, it works. Motivational sports movies will get me. Passages. Oh wow, forgot about that movie. Um, what country did that come from? I don't remember. I don't have anything to say about that movie. I just know the main character was the most unlikable main character I've ever seen, which I think is a good thing. Shazam 2, underrated. It was actually kind of fun. The Color Purple. I didn't love it, didn't hate it. I think I liked it more than the original, mainly because the original is like 2.5 hours long, 2 hours and 45 minutes, really long movie. Anyway, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, one of the best teenage character writing ever because they let actual teenagers improvise and it was incredible. Visually amazing. Got that into the Spider-Verse type inspiration going on. It was good. Theater Camp. That was a fun one. Had some fun songs in there. How to Blow Up a Pipeline, one of the hardest movie titles ever made. It was a fun one. Eileen, underrated. That's all I have to say about that. Come on, Eileen. Blue Beetle, fun. That's actually, yeah, Blue Beetle was actually good. You know what? I'll spend more time talking about it. You know him as Miguel from Cobra Kai. He's the Blue Beetle, and apparently he's coming back as Blue Beetle. I don't know, but he's also just like rumored to just be cast as someone else. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's fun. George Lopez, love him. The Flash, Ezra Miller cooks a baby. Anyway, moving on. He plays two Ezra Millers. Anyway, All of Us Strangers. Kind of boring. A lot of people loved it. I didn't. It was good. It was all right. Love the two leads, but don't really remember much that happened. sad boy movie. Anyway, They Clone Tyrone, one of the most slept on movies of 2023. Missing a lot of fun, as we talked about. Computer movies are fun. Searching was a little better, which is kind of like a anthology in that with that movie, but Searching was better. Missing was good. Maestro, um, got so much undeserved hate. I thought it was good, really well made. Definitely felt like Oscar bait. Bradley Cooper wanted an Oscar. If you're an actor, why would you not want an Oscar? People make fun of him for that. Absolutely should have won in 2018, 2019, I guess, technically. Um, but he did not win again, sadly. Bradley, go get that Oscar. You'll get it one day, maybe. I don't know. Anatomy of a Fall, a lot of fun. Instrumental 50 Cent song, absolute banger, absolute banger performance from a dog who showed up at the Oscars. Rye Lane, fun rom-com. Also don't remember anything that happened in that movie. American Fiction was actually a letdown. It was a good movie, but they spent way too much time on like the family like mother portion, which just did not work for me. It didn't really merge both. It's like two different movies in one. It didn't come together as much as I hoped. Best Picture nominee, Best Score nominee, absolutely snubbed some other ones for that. I mean, the score wasn't bad, but it was a good movie. Um, I don't know. Jeffrey Wright was great, but didn't love it. But that comes at number 40. Getting up there.
There.
The Teacher's Lounge, was
Forgot
nominated
about
for
that.
Best International Feature. Actually, really, really cool movie. What language was that? Was it German?
I think
It
it
might have
was
been a
German.
German movie. No. Let's see. Yeah, German. Really cool movie. I really liked it. It felt like you were like watching like Survivor, like a social strategy like reality show game, but like that takes place in a school. Really, really
Interesting.
cool. Super like stressful, anxiety inducing movie. One of the most under the radar movies. I mean, it's international, so it's always going to be under the radar in America, but like even in like the film community, I didn't hear much talk about it, even though it was nominated for an Oscar and really, really cool. That's all I'd say. Um, Next up, Dream Scenario. Love Nick Cage. Love anything he does. Really fun movie. Godzilla Minus One. Absolutely beautiful storytelling. It's a World War II survivor's guilt movie that happens to have Godzilla in it, which is the best way to tell a Godzilla movie. Focus on the human story, just have Godzilla in it. That's what has always worked for those type of movies. 80 for Brady. Let's get some more movies made like this. We need four older women ensemble movies. Come on,
Yep.
make more. Dumb Money. So fun. It was like if you weren't there for the meme stock era, you missed out because that was a time. Super cool movie. The score was very clearly influenced by The Social Network, which is a good thing. Um, No Hard Feelings. Here, I'll group these next two together. We got No Hard Feelings and Joyride. 2000s comedies are back
Hmm.
because those movies just transported me back like 20 years because they did not feel of this time. So fun, unhinged, comedies that actually made me laugh. So good.
Hmm.
Um, Super Mario Bros. Ton of fun. Nintendo has a gold mine on their hands with what they can do with movie potential. I'm excited to see where they go with these movies. I kind of want like a Mario Kart, like real like movie. It's like full Mario Kart movie, like a racing movie, but it's like the movie had Mario Kart in it, but like imagine like a racing movie, just like that's straight up Mario Kart. That'd be good.
It just made me think of the Pedro Pascal skit from SNL where the real life Mario Kart in The Last of Us.
Yeah. I didn't like Toad's voice, unfortunately. Um, I'm the biggest Toad stan on Earth. Toad made a Mario Kart every time. Um, I love Keegan-Michael Key, but I just didn't love his voice. Not what Toad should sound like. Anyway, Dungeons and Dragons, one of the probably the second. biggest surprise of that year. I thought the trailers looked awful, except for that one scene in the graveyard that was really hilarious, even in the trailer. One of the best scenes of the entire year, one of the funniest scenes of the entire year. Dungeons and Dragons, so good. And the Tame Impala song, banger, one of the best songs of last year too. Thanksgiving, a lot of fun. Slasher movie, it worked for me. It worked for me. The Killer, favorite director, David Fincher of all time. Killer, another solid outing for him. Not his best work, but another good entry. Wonka, my uncle's favorite movie. I watched it 4 times in a week. A lot of fun. Timothy Chalamet. He did a good job. I liked it. Some fun songs in there. It was good. It was really good. A lot of people didn't like it as much as me, but I don't know. Love my boy Timmy Tim. Anyway, Priscilla, another really beautiful looking movie, incredibly acted. Jacob Elordi playing Elvis. He was really good. I'm not gonna compare Elvis's. That's not what we're here for. The movie's about Priscilla. Kaylee Spaney, she's having a year too.
Yeah, she's
Past
been
two
a
years, I
lot.
guess. Past, yeah. Anyway, Killers of the Flower Moon. Scorsese at his best. Not his best, but again, showing why he is considered one of the GOATs. So good. 3.5 hours long. Did not care about the runtime.
Mm.
Incredible. Incredible acting, music. The score. Oh my gosh, the score of that movie. So, so good. It's a good year for film scores. John Wick, honestly, I'm being honest, John Wick Chapter 4, one of the best, some of the best cinematography I have ever seen. Every single shot was absolutely insane. But what they did with the lighting in this movie, especially, oh my goodness. If they would award comic book movies and action movies and stuff that's not your typical drama for Oscars, it probably would have won because it was so good visually. A Man Called Otto was probably the biggest shocker of the year.
I didn't have that on my list either. Oh my
Um,
gosh. Slacking.
so throwback to probably 2022 at this point. The trailer just like, oh gosh, this looks so bad. And then it came out because it's January. Think of this. It's January. Movies don't come out in January if they're good. For some reason last year we had the best January of all time, and A Man Called Otto was absolutely incredible. Like so emotional out of nowhere.
Mm.
Yeah, really good. Cocaine Bear, was that another January movie or was that February? It was early in the year.
I think it's February.
I think it was. But kind of fun. I didn't realize people hated this movie, but whatever. I'll enjoy it. Totally Killer. I absolutely love slasher movies that like have a weird spin on like genres and fun premises. Time travel slasher movie, absolutely great. Something that's interesting. There's another movie with the exact same plot that's coming out this year. They just released a trailer. Um, it's a slasher movie, and the whole premise is like they time travel and everything. That movie filmed like a whole year before Totally Killer.
Huh.
Yeah, so like everybody's like freaking out. It's like they just totally copied Totally Killer that just came out. No, that actually was made before. It just hasn't released yet.
Do you know what it's
Um,
called?
I don't remember what it's called. For the sake of the
Mm.
podcast, we will look it up right now. But yeah, it was it's
Interesting.
really weird. Like I don't it's one of those movies like that usually come out like during the same year that have the exact same premise, but this time it just happens a year later, so it seems like it's copying it. But what's the movie called? Slasher movie. Time travel 2024. Let's see.
It's called
Time
Time
Cut.
Cut.
Time Cut. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. It looks like, oh, it's a Netflix movie. I was about to say it looks like it's a streaming, probably.
hmm Anyway, yeah, so that'll be interesting. I haven't watched the trailer yet, so
Hmm. I haven't heard of that.
moving on. We are at number 21. Megan, another January shocker, ton of fun, absolutely love it. The Taste of Things, that was another international. uh film Oscar nomination. Really cool movie. It's about cooking. It's a French movie and made me really hungry watching that movie. I'm like, I wrote in my review on Letterboxd, imagine like a 4D movie where like you smell everything they're
Oh
cooking in
gosh.
the movie. Wouldn't that be incredible? I think somebody should do that someday. French for Coppola, instead of having the characters talk to your audience, make a 4D movie. That's how you break the
Oh,
fourth
I
wall.
mean 40X if we can just add like some food smells in there.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, that's number 20. Top 20 here. Number 19, Saltburn. I love this. This got so much conversation on the internet. Um, Absolutely wild movie. So weird. Barry Keoghan is one of my favorite actors as well. So I'll usually enjoy his work. It was weird. I loved it. A lot of people didn't. Whatever. Moving on. Society of the Snow was absolutely incredible. If you don't know what it's about the true story of the Uruguayan flight of a rugby team that crashed and they were stranded in what was it, the Andes Mountains, and it's cold. They got snow all around them, no communication. Absolutely incredible movie. It's a remake of a movie called Alive from the 90s. This
hmm.
time it's actually in Spanish. Every actor is Spanish, so really good. Yeah, well, every actor is Spanish speaking. But yeah, anyway, so good, so good. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Another great movie. Coming of age movies are my favorite genre, so loved it. Hunger Games, absolutely love that franchise. So good, so good. It's really long. This one suffered from it should have been two movies, whereas what was it? Mockingjay should have been one movie.
Mm.
This one should have been split into two because it needed it. Because the ending was really rushed. Like there wasn't enough like build up to President Snow kind of becoming what he became. But anyway, another great outing for Hunger Games. So excited that that franchise is back.
Hmm.
Air. Oh my gosh, Air was so fun. Absolutely loved it. Creed 3, incredible filmmaking. Michael B. Jordan directing, so good. Some of the best fight scenes of the year. Cinematography, camera work is crazy. Scream 6. Another solid outing from the Scream franchise. Never misses. Never misses. Be interesting to see this next one, but we shall see. Blackberry, another incredible movie. They social networked the BlackBerry, and it was beautiful. Glenn Howerton of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fame. Absolutely crazy performance. Does not look like him at all. Looks like my old high school principal. Anyway, shout out to Mr. Shockley. Poor Things. So good. Yorgos Lanthimos is on fire. Emma Stone, best actress, deserved, amazing, incredible. And now we have reached our top 10 of the year, 2023. And coming in at number 10, we got the instant classic, The Holdovers. This will be a must watch every Christmas for the rest of my life. Absolutely love this movie. The acting, the vibes, Christmas season. Love it. Love it. Love it. Instant classic. Number nine, I will never forgive A24 for their handling of this movie and the release and how they handled this, kept it from getting every Oscar that it should have gotten. And that's the Iron Claw. So, so good. Zac Efron, one of the best performances of the year,
Hmm.
should have been there. What is up with that? A24, you are really, you buy good movies, but you handle distribution very poorly recently. Anyway, The Iron Claw, incredible movie. Gran Turismo, so good. Absolutely love racing movies. I love the Gran Turismo games. Was not expecting it to be that good. Not that emotional either. What? Making me cry during a Gran Turismo movie? Come on now. Um, 5 stars. I give that 5 stars. That's the first 5-star movie of the year.
That's
Number eight,
crazy.
Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Absolutely loved it. Tom Cruise at his best. Mission Impossible, probably the second best Mission Impossible movie. Third best. It's third best. Excited to see the next one. I love that franchise. The music in that movie, so good. Bottoms, one of the funniest movies of the decade. So good. Bottoms, love it. Guardians of the Galaxy, when you thought Marvel was out, they're back. James Gunn never misses. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, iconic. Sad, emotional, fun, great. Great time. Past Lives, one of those beautiful movies in years. Loved it. And here we got Barbenheimer coming at 3 and 2. Which one we got first? Barbie's number 3. Come on now. I loved it. I'm Just Ken. One of the best songs ever written. What Was I Made For? Even better. Both in the same movie. And that whole soundtrack, so good. Even the songs that weren't even in the movie are good. Anyway, Barbie, love it. Oppenheimer, absolutely incredible. Christopher Nolan at his best. Cillian Murphy, I could go on and on. It's got Roderick. It's got Josh Peck. You know it's gonna be 5 stars. Come on now. And number one of 2023, and probably top 20 of all time, in my opinion. Across the Spider-Verse takes everything you love about the first one and makes it even better. The storytelling, the visuals. Oh my gosh, the visuals. I didn't think I heard when they were making it's like Into the Spider-Verse had like good visuals, but just get ready because Across the Spider-Verse blows it out of the water. I'm like, how's that even possible? Like they can't top that. Into the Spider-Verse is so unique, it's so cool. They did it. They did it. I don't know how they did it. We should have got the next one like probably 7 months ago at this point. We gotta wait like 2 more years. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
Anyway,
what's going on with that movie.
Across the Spider-Verse, so good. So good. Um, that's it. That's 2023 for you.
We did it.
We did it. We didn't miss a single episode in 2023. We've been here
Oh,
the whole time. We
yep.
just forgot to upload them.
It's sitting on the hard drive
Yeah, it
like
was,
dust.
I mean, yeah, we had all these on deck. I mean, you just heard us review like what, 200 movies total,
That'd be
100
easier.
each. Um, but yeah, I mean, you thought we were gone, but no, we just forgot to upload them. We just forgot. So I
Forgot the
hope you can forgive
password.
us.
Locked the account.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's what we did in 2023. We watched a lot of movies. We reviewed
Yeah.
them on Letterboxd. If you don't follow us on Letterboxd, you can find us on Letterboxd. We'll have the links in all the descriptions, wherever you can find them. Follow us on there. If you do, you would have seen all of our ratings, reactions before the podcast drops.
Yeah.
And if we didn't upload for another year, you'd still see our reviews.
Yeah.
So anyway, follow us there. Fun time. If you don't know what Letterboxd is, it's social media for film nerds.
You
Get
know.
it. Yeah, but I guess that kind of wraps up things for
Yeah, we've chatted for quite a long
yeah,
time.
covered a lot of movies,
Yeah.
a lot of time missed, and a lot of time gained back. We're back.
We're back, we're caught up.
That sure was a year in 2023, wasn't it?
It sure was. I
Yeah.
can't believe we didn't like do a full episode about Barbenheimer.
I know. That's probably gonna be
Wild.
the biggest regret of this podcast.
Yeah,
We weren't there. Well, we were there. We
we were
just weren't
there,
here.
just not here.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
I hope you're happy that we're back. Because I am. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Glad to
I
be talking
missed
about
it.
movies on the internet again.
Yeah.
We got
I'm
some fun
back.
things coming up this season.
Yeah.
Some new things we'll be doing. Some
Got some
fun things we'll be doing.
games.
Yeah. So stay tuned. We're not
Yeah.
going away like we
Staying
did.
right here.
Staying here. Weekly uploads, maybe bi-weekly, maybe 3 times a week. You never know. We'll
How much
see.
free time do you think I have?
Just kidding. No promises. I'm just saying we'll be around.
We'll be
Check
here.
us out on all our socials. We're over on
TikTok.
TikTok, we're over on Instagram,
Mm,
on the YouTubes. If you want to watch the video podcast, we're on YouTube. If you want to listen to audio podcast, wherever where you find those. Anyway,
Yeah.
I hope you join us next time. I hope you enjoyed another episode of That Sure Was a Movie.
Yeah. And
Goodbye.
we'll see you next time.